right, you got the next one. I believe it's Georgia Auburn.
It is Georgia Auburn. The Dogs and the Tigers, oldest rivalry in the South. It's been a little lopsided as of recently, but so have most of the matchups with Kirby Smart involved, including the ones against Alabama. It's lopsided towards the Crimson Tide. But I got to talk about Auburn first. Now, Auburn. Listen, Auburn. Listen. The first few weeks of the year, it was going good between me and Auburn. I picked them to beat Baylor. They beat Baylor. I picked them to lose to Oklahoma. They lost to Oklahoma. We were in cahoots. We were working things out. It was a positive, symbiotic relationship with Auburn.
You picked him over Oklahoma?
No, I picked Oklahoma.
Okay, sorry.
And then it worked out for me. So it's me and Auburn. We were one and the same the first few weeks of the year, and then the A&M game rolled out.
Yep.
And I said, you know what Auburn's going to do is they're going to play good defense. They're going to limit this A&M run game. I know they're young up front, but they can still make plays. And I had to watch Jackson Arnold be a toddler in the pocket for the whole game. It was so frustrating. As an Alabama fan, I don't put my heart on the line for Auburn very often, and I did. And it was ripped away by Jackson Arnold. He has been so bad. I thought he could be good. I don't know why I thought he could be good. We saw what happened last year with Jackson Arnold. It was terrible. I thought he could be good. He was not. And not only that, but Cam Coleman, A&M completely took him away by bracketing him, and then every other Auburn receiver just was. They didn't do anything. I don't know if Hugh Freeze just doesn't trust his receivers, or if Jackson Arnold doesn't trust his receivers. But my goodness, if Auburn runs like 30 RPOs in a row again, I'm just gonna turn. I'm gonna turn on the A&M game, and I'm not even gonna watch the Auburn game because I'm sick of these RPOs. It's all they do is run RPOs. I am so mad at Auburn because I gave them a chance, man. I gave them a chance, and they've let me down. I don't want to pick them. I really don't. But now I'm thinking about this game. And I'm thinking about how Alabama sort of found themselves in the run game a little bit against Georgia. Could that be the case for the Auburn Tigers? I'm thinking about how in the past Georgia has maybe struggled a little bit with mobile quarterbacks. I know these linebackers are great, but it's happened. Can Jackson Arnold get outside the ooh, that's a little aggressive, but could it happen? Could it maybe occur? Could Cam Coleman make some big plays? You know what we saw with Tennessee? We saw the Volunteers go down and they needed a big play, and Chris Brazzell, their big athletic receiver, made plays downfield. Could Cam Coleman do that? Could Auburn find a way to win this game offensively? Let's look at the other side of the ball. Georgia's offense is coached by none other than Mike Bobo. My goodness gracious, Mike Bobo. I watched some tape on the Georgia-Kentucky game.
We love Mike Bobo.
I don't know. I don't like Mike Bobo
We
anymore.
love him around here.
I do not like Mike Bobo.
I love him.
I don't know if Georgia's going to be able to run the ball up the middle, to be honest. I don't know. I think they need to rely on Mike Bobo to make some good play calls in this game if they want to explode on offense, and I don't necessarily see that happening. They throw a lot of screen passes. Guess what? Auburn runs a lot of man coverage on the edges and then zone in the middle. It's really weird. But if Georgia really wants to win this game and they want to explode on offense, they're going to have to win outside matchups with Colby Young and Noah Thomas. I think it can happen. I just don't know how consistent their offense is going to be. Can they lean on the run game? I don't know, because a lot of these Auburn linebackers are big. And then DeMarcus Riddick is an athlete. So it's tough to run in this front. But then I try to pick Auburn. I really do. I really give it a chance. And I look at this defense. I look at the front seven. I look at Cam Coleman. I look at Eric Singleton. I look at the desperation of this fan base. I look at Hugh Freeze needing a win and his history of getting big wins in the SEC. And I have optimism. And then I remember that Jackson Arnold's their quarterback. And it all just comes crumbling down. And I'm saying there's no way on earth that Jackson Arnold finds himself against Kirby Smart. I just have to pick Georgia in this game. There's no way. I can't support Jackson Arnold against Kirby Smart. So give me Georgia 27-10. That's what I just because they can't score, man. They can't score. Of course Georgia's going to be able to put up points, but Jackson Arnold can't throw the ball.
All right. Yeah. The Deep South's oldest rivalry is what they call this one. Say what you want about Mike Bobo. Well, first off, let me get into that. You, to be fair, deserved to pick Auburn and to watch them lose that game after you sipped your mug so loudly while I was just making a pick. Just picking A&M.
Dude, I was passionate about it too. I
Do you
really
know how
thought it
many
was
views?
going to work.
Do you know how many views that got on YouTube? Oh, it's just absurd. Okay. And then, shout out to Marcus Riddick. Surely he didn't let the player get out that box.
Okay, listen, it's a different game.
All right, I'm just trolling, bruh. All right, say what you want about Mike Bobo. Not talking about the play calling.
Screen pass. Ugh. Cash Jones outside run on.
All right, I'm not. Say what you want about Mike Bobo. I'm not talking about the play calling right now. Georgia is so creative at times, though. Like they are so creative offensively at times, and then you see. We're going to do a screen pass on 2nd and 10 against Alabama when we need this drive. This is the drive we got to score. And then we're going to practically do the same things to the other side with Cash Jones, and we're just going to let our player get absolutely annihilated by Dejoun Lee. Zay Menzies right there and Yonsei Pierre. So, I don't know. But I think the strength of this team is their run game. What they can do with their run game. They are 4 deep at RB. I'd say, and what they can do against teams that cannot stop the run is very impressive. Auburn has been able to stop the run against everybody except A&M, who has great schemes. Their line can just manipulate you. Le'Veon Moss and Reuben Owens are great. So I don't think this is a Georgia team that has those types of schemes. Every time I'm picking Auburn, I'm picking, and Auburn's in the title. But when you get too drawn into the run game of Georgia and you think, oh, that's their only strength, then Gunnar Stockton can hit plays. He can hit you. It is interesting. I do think Mike Bobo is holding back some of these wide receivers. Noah Thomas has been non-existent. A lot of Georgia fan. I saw a tweet today, and it was a Georgia fan. He's like, every time we get a good transfer portal wide receiver, he's worse here. And it's like, I think a lot of that's Mike Bobo. I think a lot of it's play calling. You have the talent. You have the ability to develop talent, and even just it's not hard to bring in a guy who's talented and just let him, do his thing. There's so many transfers who have just come in and just, there's very rarely a transfer who just comes in and just does nothing. Anyways, that's something you got to talk about. But yeah, Auburn's been very good against the run all year. Offensively, Auburn has been terrible recently, but not even just recently. They haven't impressed me all year, really. I was impressed with the run game against Baylor. Everybody's ran it well against Baylor. Baylor can't get off the field on 3rd down. It's so annoying.
Doug's not happy with that, man.
Not even Doug. It's just me, dude. I'm just like, come on. Every game I watch, my heart gets ripped out and then either put back in, and it's like, oh, I can breathe, or it just gets ripped out and just thrown in the trash. Jackson Arnold has to have time. The good news is pass rush hasn't been amazing of Georgia. They haven't been able to put a lot of pressure in the Kentucky game, the Tennessee game, or the Alabama game. So that's a good thing. But the run game has to work too, in my opinion. And I'm not sure if Auburn can score, though. I'm not sure.
Look at the Clippers are playing.
Gosh! Every time I talk about Auburn, I'm just not sure. I don't even know where I was.
Bro, if the Clippers are playing a team named Gong Zhao, I'm going to comment on it. Why is...
Probably a Chinese team. Whatever,
yeah.
I don't think Auburn can keep up with Georgia. I don't see it happening. I know they have the defense, but still Georgia has playmakers, and even if they get, all the way down the field and let's say they don't score, they can kick a field goal. They have one of the best field goal kickers in the country. I don't even think Auburn can get into territory, like Georgia territory, with this offense. I don't know. There are types of things that that's bad.
Should have gone to first, man. Should have gone first.
There are, some little things that I'm looking at that I'm saying, oh, that could play in the factor, that could play in favor of Auburn, but it's like, I can't pick them against Georgia. So I like Georgia minus the points and the win. I think they win by 10 or so. I do think this game's close. I I so want to just see Georgia just come in there and smack them because it makes us look better. It's not because I don't like Auburn. I love Auburn. Have a great relationship.
He always cheers for Auburn, man. Every time
Every
Auburn's
time.
playing on the field, Will is so passionately cheering for Auburn. It
obviously.
warms my heart.
So yeah, I like Georgia as well. I really thought you were gonna pick Auburn. I was like, man,
That would have been nuts, wouldn't it?
nuts. But I mean, I do think like I don't know. I feel pretty confident Georgia's gonna win this one. But yeah, we will